Hello, I'm Ken. I'm this Ken that you've heard all about. Welcome to the pilot episode of our show, Do You Know Ken? Now, I've labeled this as a different type of travel show, and yes, I can see you. You're probably saying, oh, how different can it be? We just see one after the next, after the next, after the next. That's how I feel. Because, see, I sit at my desk and I get this stuff coming at me in all different angles all day long, and it makes me go crazy in my head. It's different because it's a travel show presented by a traveler, me, who is a travel agent, me, of 45 years standing. So your logic would tell you that I've seen more than the interior of one hotel room. I've seen more than one city. I've traveled more than one airline. I've traveled more than one cruise line. I have an enormous 45-year book of experience in my head, and I'm going to share it with you. But warning right at the beginning, as I am completely unplugged, I'm unfiltered, I'm unrehearsed. What you see is what you get. And furthermore, I'm unprepared. And let me tell you why I say I'm unrehearsed. Anybody who rehearses anything will just look at the teleprompter and go quack, 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 simply changing their tonality to bring you the story. No, I'm going to bring you my stories. I'm going to teach you how to travel throughout this entire series. I'm going to give you some fabulous gifts. Don't say a word. Cairo, Istanbul, Marrakesh. But you have to watch them all. And I'll tell you, you'll see them in the liner notes of what to do. But I want to touch on something first. When you travel, what is the very first thing you do? You hop online and you frantically search where you're going. Tap, 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 and you look at everybody's reviews. This one says this one says that, this one says do this one says don't do this one says it's too expensive, and that. By the time you're finished, you need a loony bin because there's just way too much. Try to do that for 6 weeks before you go. And report back to me. I want to read something to you. It's right here. I'm going to read it. On August the 11th, 2023, so that was what? August, September, 3 months ago. TripAdvisor posted that they had received 1.3 million fake reviews last year. Let me repeat that number. 1.3 million fake reviews last year. So that was 72% of all the reviews that came in, which really totals 936,000. And in the bigger picture, you know, if I had $936,000, I would not be upset or complaining. But people, it leaves 364,000 fake reviews that they have not caught. And you are going to read, and you are going to make an investment in your travels and your life and your memories based on potentially a fake review. How does that make you feel? I'll tell you how it makes me feel. I have been in this industry for 45 years. I started in this industry when Moses was walking the globe. And then comes the internet and blah, blah, and I'm not going to tell you, you know that. And one day, somebody phoned me and said, there's a godforsakenly dreadful review of you, meaning me, online, on TripAdvisor. So I went and I had a look. And it was posted by none other than Karen Blixen. Do you know who that is? Karen Blixen was a Danish woman who wrote books with the pen name Isak Dinesen. And if you know anything about the movies, you will probably have seen the film Out of Africa, starring Robert Redford and Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep played the role of Karen Blixen, who died on September the 7th, 1962, not Meryl Streep, Karen Blixen, Isak Dennison, whatever you want to call her. She died in 1962. I was 5. What I had done, there wasn't even internet, there wasn't even TripAdvisor, there was nothing in those days, and yet Karen Blixen actually wrote a review about me. Well, of course, she got it in the neck, and I think she's probably still running to this day. The point I'm trying to make is this, that if I tell you something, you can see my face. You can go online and you can see my face there. If ever you work with me as a travel agent, you will talk to me face to face by this miracle thing they call Zoom. I think it's Zoom, yeah, where I look at you and you look at me and we talk and we ask questions back and forth. And then we plan a trip for you. So, this is a different type of travel show in as much as it's a qualified travel agent closer to 70 than to 60 who has had 45 years worth of travel planning experience. I started out on December 1st, 1977, and all of my tutoring as an apprentice travel agent came from none other than the company Thomas Cook. I'm sure you know that name. Sadly, they're not around any longer. But that's where I learned my experience. That plus schlepping a suitcase for miles and miles and miles and miles around the world. So I'm going to share all of this information with you. Do with it as you wish. I will tell you how to work with me and or your own travel agent. Remember, a travel agent is not just one that knows everything, because that's ridiculous to even think. It's one who knows where to find everything at 100th the speed faster than you can. Yeah, Google, I get it. But a travel agent is a person who relies on earning a living by you supporting them. They do not rip you off. They are not there to try and make a fast buck out of you for some means. They're there to guide you every step of the way with their personal information. And it's them and me that this show is all about. And you, where you should go, why you should go, how you should go, and so on. And as I leave you in this pilot episode, I have one last thing to say. Remember these words. The American intellectual and author Clifton Fadiman wrote, "When you travel, remember that a foreign country is not designed to make you comfortable. It's designed to make its own people comfortable. Treat everybody with respect." I'll see you next time.